Today's video is going to be on a little bit more in depth on how to scale your armor, and I'm going to use the Necromonger armor to do this. Here's my next project. Now I already did the chest plate. Today we're going to do this center chest. There's an upper, a mid, and then a lower for the torso armor. Okay, we're going to do the mid torso armor today. And first of all, what you're going to do is you're going to find the proper spot to scale on your body. Now, I already made the upper chest, okay, the upper torso, all right? Now, I want to be able to fasten, if you watch my mouse right here, I want to be able to fasten underneath the upper torso. So you want to give yourself at least another inch to your measurement below your chest armor to your, I'm going to guess is about the navel area, okay? I'm looking at the imagery, how his belt's positioned, and where that sits. I'm going to guess about the navel. And when I measured mine from 1 inch under to the navel, I got 9 inches. All right. Now I put the chest plate, the upper portion on, and then I measured from the navel up until the bottom of his armor, and then added an inch. Now you also want to measure from the left side and the right side as well. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make this line. Actually, let me get rid of that line. A new one here. Alright, and let me transform it. Alright, you're going to measure from here to the other side of your body on the exact same side. All right, that's about, I'm going to guess about underneath the armpit area. Okay, you can always increase it, decrease a little bit if you need to. Now with that, I got 18 inches. I put 18.5. Now with that being said, okay, that's how you got your measurements. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to bring in the actual template. There's the upper torso, lower torso, and correction, upper torso, mid torso, and lower torso. This template was created by Bryce Utzi. Okay, he's helping me work on this project. Now what I'm going to do here is go to the file and click on new, and I want to create 2 new files. And the first one I'm going to create is going to be US paper. That's what I'm using, 8.5 by 11. Change the resolution once again to 72. Hit OK. The reason I'm using 72 is because all of our templates are based off of, if I go up to image and then I go up to image size, you'll see all my resolutions based off of 72. If you change it to 300, you're going to ruin your template. It's not going to be proportional. It's going to be correct. You cannot change that unless you change all of them. Okay, and in this case, it's 72. So I created my untitled, which is my paper. Now I'm going to create another one too, and go on new. And this time I want to change it over to inches. Change the inches right there. All right, and I want to make sure it's 72 for resolution, and the width. Now with my measurement, 18.5. Right. 18.5 for my width, and my height was 9 inches. So once your measurements, your height and your width are put in, you hit OK. Now that's where your template's going to be made. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to go back over to the mid torso, and you're going to use a little select tool right here, and you're going to select that spot. All right, it's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. You just select it right like that. Then you're going to go up to edit and copy, go back over to your 9 by your 18.5, and you're going to hit edit and paste. And there you go, there she is. Now you want to select your moving tool, I like to do that so I don't mess anything up. I just might move something around, that's about it. So there you go. Now I want to go on edit and then free transform, right there. And I want to be able to drag this out. And you can see I'm just dragging it out. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking that template and I'm dragging it out to my measurements. And you see it's pretty simple. It's not really hard task to do. I know some people didn't understand what I was trying to explain before, and that's why this video might come a little bit more handy. And then you clicked on your moving tool and then hit apply. So now you are scaled to your body. The problem with this is paper is not meant to be this size. Your paper prints out by 8.5 by 11 if it's United States paper. So what I need to do now is I need to create it so it will fit on a sheet of paper. Go up to view, down to rulers, right there, and you'll see, and you can right click on rulers and make sure it's on inches. See that right there? Okay, make sure it's on inches. Now you want to come up to the top and correction. My height is 9 inches. You can see right here, 0 to 9. So I'm going to fit up and down on a sheet of paper already. So now what I need to do is I need to split it this way, left and right, horizontal, and that's what I'm going to do now. So 18.5 inches. I'm going to bring the first line out to about 6 1/4. All right, then we'll bring the second, go back over, draw another one out, and bring it out to about, let's go with about 12 1/4. Okay, that's your marking lines. That's to give you straight lines right there. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is make sure color is on red, which it is. Okay, if not, just choose a red. I like it because it's a good contrast. And then I'm going to click on the shape here. It depends on what you're set on, but if you click on the shapes, click on the line tool, and now you have a line. Now you're going to hold down Shift. If you hold down Shift, it's going to give you a straight line. Okay, so hold down Shift, and then left click and drag. There you go, release. Back over here. Okay, hold down Shift, left click, and drag. There you go right there. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'll go back up here to my handy moving tool, and I'm going to move my ruler lines back off again. Alright, because I don't want my ruler lines there anymore. And you can see the red lines that it made. Now I go back to view, and I'm just going to get my rulers away. There is your PDO file. That is your project file. Go make sure, because you want to come back and be able to edit this later on, make sure you go up to Save As, and then you name it. Okay, I named mine mid-chest. Okay, right there, mid-chest. And then I click Save. I'm not going to do that because I already did that. Okay, so you're going to click Save, I'm going to click Cancel, and then you're going to hit OK one more time after that, because then a box will pop up. Once you're done, now what you need to do is right-click on the shape area right here, and then you're going to go down here to Flatten Image, and you will flatten your image. That now created a solid picture. So you want to save it before you do that, so that way you can go back and change it later on. Now if you like, you can go back in here, you can go Save As, and you can change it from a PSD file to a JPEG or any type of image you want to save. If you want to save it as a JPEG like I do, I go in and you'll see it right there, mid-chest. I resave the imagery pre-scaled to my size, so I want to work on it again later from the imagery I can. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go collect our selecting tool, and now you're going to select from this corner. You start your drag, okay? You start your drag off of the paper because it will only pick up the paper. See that? And you're going to go a little bit past your red line. Alright, you're going to go overlap it. There you go. Hit Edit, Copy. Now you want to come back over to your sheet of paper, your 8.5 by 11. Hit Edit and Paste. There you go. You move your selection tool, and you can move it around if you like to recenter it. I also like to swap my colors out. See the colors down here? Swap back out to black. Hit your little transfer there, and hit. I like to put a little free text in there to tell myself what this is. And right now, this is mid chest. Why? Okay, let's get rid of that one right there. Alright, let's see, I have a little bit of issue here. Mid-chest, so there we go. Mid-chest 1. Because remember, I broke it down to 3 segments, so that's mid-chest 1. And then just to pretty it up, do it like that. This way, so when I send this to people, they'll understand what this particular piece is. And I go in order from left to right. Now it's very simple. Go back up to File once again, Save As, and it's your PSD file once again, and there you go, mid-chest 1. I saved it. So name it mid-chest 1, hit Save, then hit OK one more time. Then you want to go back up in there again, and you want to hit Save As one more time, and change it to a JPEG, or whatever type of imagery you like. I like JPEGs. And then you retitle it once again, mid-chest 1. Now you have it saved as PSD file and a JPEG file. Once you complete with that, you go to File, you go to Print, and this takes a while on my computer because I have a lot of stuff running at the moment. So there it pops up. Now, you want to make sure in your Photoshop you do not have it set to scale to fit media. If you do, it changes your scale. Okay? And make sure it's at 100%, 11 by 8.5. And look up here, your page setup. Right next to that, you have a horizontal or a vertical type print. Make sure you're on a horizontal print. Okay, because in this case, we want a horizontal print. All right, and then you're gonna hit print. I'm gonna hit cancel on mine because I already printed these out. So you hit print, and then your printer file is gonna pop up, and you're gonna hit OK. Now here's the fun part. Now what I do is I put this in stealth mode by clicking on this little eyeball right here. See that? Makes the little eyeball go away. Click on text, and I'm gonna go into here, and I'm gonna change this to mid-chest 2 because I'm about to work on mid-chest 2. Come back over here to the untitled, the actual template, and I'm going to click my selection tool one more time. And I'm going to select from a little bit on the left side of that red line all the way over to a little bit past the right side red line. And once again, edit, copy, and bring it back over to the paper, edit, paste. Okay, we got to move this one up a little bit. There you go. Same procedure. File, save as, PSD file, okay. Name it mid-chest 2. Then you go back in, you again save it as a JPEG, mid-chest 2. Alright. And you're once you want that, you go to file and you go through the whole print process one more time. And then of course after that is complete, now you make that invisible. Change your text to mid-chest 3. And there you go. And now, of course, same procedure one more time. The selection tool, select your right side, load it past the red line, edit, copy, bring it back over, edit, paste. And we will move it up a little bit. Now, remember, it's the same process, the file is save as for the PSD file, the file is save as a JPEG, and the file then the print. Okay, so when you print these out, you will cut them out, and you will actually cut along all this black line, the outer black edge, and you'll cut up the red line on all your images. And when you have all of them cut out, then you will put them back in order and put tape on the back side, such as my other videos show you. But I just want to give you a better idea, a better understanding of how I came up with the templates, or how we came up with the templates, and how we scale the templates to ourselves, and how you do all the fancy Photoshop stuff. You'll probably find I never recommend bootleg stuff, but not everybody can afford the expensive programs. Okay, Photoshop is not cheap. But you can find Photoshop CS4 all the way down. They have CS5 out now, but CS4, any of the Photoshop programs work. I recommend buying it, but if you cannot afford it, I would not hate you. So there you go. Now we have the mid-torso ready to be cut out and stencil put together for the Necromonger from the Chronicles of Riddick. And in a little bit, I'll come back and I'll do mine at piece. So, and until next time, remember, if we can do it, so can you.